Assalamu alaikum. Hi dear class 1 students. Welcome to your creative class. I think all of you are fine. Today our lesson is sequencing picture part 2. Let's get started. So, from your previous class already you know what is sequencing. Order of events, story or actions. Or you can say sequencing is putting things in order. Now, when do you use sequencing? If you think about math, the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, you see, these are all in correct order. Here, the numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8. These are even numbers according to correct order, right? Now, if you think about letter, alphabet, A, B, C, this order, then here you also find that sequencing. There are 3 words, at, bow and cat. See all the first letter of these 3 words, A, B for bow and C for cat. So here also we are maintaining the alphabetical order. Now, if we think about the recipe, that how to make something, or if you want to give some directions to somebody, then at that time, definitely you need to use the sequencer. Sequence. Yes, you have to tell like this way, that first we have to do this, then we have to do this, like this way. Here is the example of how to make a bowl of cereal. Okay? Now, let's see what is next. It's about object. You see there are 4 pictures of stars, and first one is very small, second one is a bit bigger. So here we are following the sequence of size. Yes, it's according to smallest to biggest. Now, the most important thing is reading. Yes, story events. So what is events? Events means what has already happens. That happens. It can be a birthday event or any other story event. So there are 3 parts in a story. The first one is beginning, second, middle and finally the ending. So when you read a story or if you write a story, you must follow the sequence. What is first and what is middle and what is the ending. So, in reading sequence helps us to understand the story clearly. You see there are some keywords, what we call sequencer. First, next, after that, then and finally. Okay? And here is also beginning of the story, middle of the story and end of the story. Now, there are a few more examples. What is this? Yes. Order of months, days, time. And here is another picture of rainbow. So, if you think about the months, January, February, if you tell like this way that March, then June, then January, so what do you think? Does it make sense? No, you have to say it like correct order, according to correct order. And it's same for days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And if you think about the time, that 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, so everywhere we are following sequence. And rainbow, there are 7 colors. So always we maintain the color. And it's definitely according to correct sequence. First one is violet, then indigo, then blue, like this way. Now, you will see there is a real life example. Brushing teeth. It's our daily activity. So, for doing this, you need to follow some steps. I'm pretty sure all of you follow these steps. For the first steps, squeeze toothpaste onto your toothbrush. And then hold the toothbrush under the tap. After that, brush your teeth thoroughly. Then what you have to do? Spit the toothpaste into the sink And finally, rinse your teeth and have a big smile. Okay. Now, here is another example, and that is how to make a cup of tea, because sequence helps us to follow the instruction. Yes. So, first you need to boil some water. Then, what is the second step? Next, serve the water in a cup. Then, put the tea bag in the water. After that, you have to add some sugar and milk. And finally, add a biscuit and enjoy your tea. You see, there are 4 pictures, but these are not in correct order. So think about the correct sequence. Here is the correct sequence. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what will be the sentences for each of those pictures? Let's see. First picture, you see the number 1. The man sleeps and what happened? The alarm clock rings. You can add this sentence. Second, we see that he gets up. Okay? Now, third picture, number 3, third sequence. The man is dressed in a shirt and tie. Then he carries a bag and he walks to work. Or you can write the man is dressed in a blue shirt using adjective and a tie. He carries a bag and he goes to work. And the last sentence, number 4, the man is working at his office. Now, what can be the proper title for this story? If you want to put a name, then you can write going to work. Okay, so here I have written the sentences again to make you more clear that how you have to use the sequencer. I mean the word first, then next, after that. Okay, so first is first. I have already told you that number 1 is first. You have to write the sequencer first, and the sentence is the man sleeps and his alarm clock rings. Then second one, for second sentence or second steps, your second sentence will remain same, but the word, I mean the sequencer, that is next, then or after that, anyone you can write. Okay, you can write next he gets up, or you can write after that he gets up, or you can write then he gets up. Okay, now number 3, here is also, if you write next for the second sentence, then for the third sentence you will not write the word next. You can write after that he or the man is dressed in a blue shirt and tie. He carries a bag and he goes to work. Or you can write then using this sequencer. Okay? I think you are clear. And last sentence, finally, because this is the last one, you have to write finally. Finally, that man is working at his office. Okay? Now, here is the full story. You will see the story? Yes. And read the story. Okay? All the sentences are very clear, and I have put the underline where the sequencer. First, then, next, after that, finally, yes. You see, I have used the word and completed the story. Okay. Here is another example. See the sequence. Okay. Now, this is number 1, that Jack is going to school. And number 2, Jack is having lunch with his friend, right? And number 3, Jack is coming back. Yes, he's coming back to home. So, there is another example. Now, it's time for your homework. Okay, you have 2 homeworks. You have to put the number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. You will see the pictures, and based on that, you